Okay, welcome back. We're a couple days late and a few dollars short, but we're back. Now, we're starting to face a few problems. If you'll notice, the food has turned green. Your guess is as good as mine. Haha, as if it wasn't all too obvious. Yes, your minions will start getting sick. I've added a couple extra rooms onto this wing here and chopped down most of the forest. But most importantly, a merchant is on the way. The food merchant, precise. To be precise. Anyhow. So, we got some microchips from a guy we killed. And I'm gonna use this 100 evil or so to up my crypt level. And with that, I'll get some werewolves. Yeah, that tree clipping through that gold doesn't look funny to me. I'm gonna take care of that. So, what's on the menu for today? Well, first of all, we've got to get something rolling here. So, we're gonna start installing our factory. Already have plenty of metal. So we can have our foundry and our wood crafting station. However, we're going to need a bit more before we can go full on with this workshop. It doesn't need to be that big, but it needs to be big enough. Second of all, we're going to need electricity. We're going to need a lot of electricity. We're gonna need treadmills. We're gonna need batteries. We're gonna need lightning rods.
One of your minions is angry.
We can't have lightning rods just yet. One of my minion is angry, you say? Is hungry. Well, don't worry about that. The food merchant's gonna be here in another 12 or so minutes. Just calm your... whatever you're wearing, Terrence. Oh, emergency food. Well, your minions are hungry and the head office has dispatched a special delivery to tide them over. But it is your responsibility to manage your minions and so that they provide for themselves. I mean, you could just let me hold out for another 12 minutes. That's an option too, you know. But yes, you will get a one-time limited offer for extra food in case of such an emergency. And they'll just pile whatever kind of food your minions eat straight onto your lawn. Oh, shut up and eat. Really slow-moving limousine there, buddy. So, slight problem with the whole electricity thing. You can't build electrical things on top of already existing line. Like I said, this game is kind of clunky. That doesn't mean it's not good, it's just kind of clunky. So, I need to wait until all of this is built before I can hook it up with wires. I need to wait anyway because the wires, as you can see, require metal sheets, and we don't have access to metal sheets until we've completed the other phase of our factory. So, there's that. Also, we need a laboratory. Or perhaps you prefer laboratory. It does sound more mad sciencey when you say it that way, now doesn't it? So we're just gonna slap down some turf. Your laboratory is gonna end up being a key room, because the whole place is the building. But it's gonna end up being a key room. You want to make sure it's big enough. Exactly how big is big enough? Don't ask me. I was never good at that. We'll wall this off for now. We've pretty much reached the end of our rope here when it comes to expanding in this direction, but we could possibly make use of something else. Something else down here later on. But don't count on it. So we plop down a door, and that's the laboratory. Why are you still idle? Terrence. Cooking. Go do some mining. Arthur, who is still asleep, will be doing the building. And we need an ad campaign. Like I said last time, only ads of a certain intensity will get you geeks. Only killing get you geeks will get you microchips. They're supposed to be motherboards. I call them microchips. Oh, they're circuit boards. My bad. But they look like microchips to me, so I just call them chips. Oh, and here's the food wagon. Actually, I could use that right about now. Doesn't she look lovely? Let's see. What do I have that she's interested in? Nothing I'm willing to sell. There can be a small glitch with this screen. Sometimes with buying things, it'll count you as buying multiple of the thing when you're only buying single of the thing. It can be pretty annoying, but it's not the end of the world, per se. And a couple of health potions. I wasn't supposed to buy that mind potion. Excuse me, madam. Can you take your mind potion back, please? Ma'am? Ma'am, can I interest you in buying the potion? Well, never mind. I have a use for it later. Now, I bet you're wondering to yourself, Al, your map is a mess. How are you supposed to keep things in order? Well, frankly, it's not worth it. Don't bother. But if you want the actual answer to that, you can buy, well, rather build, these little storage slots. They take up about 4 squares of room, so they're fairly large, and you can store junk in them. Also, you have a chest for gold and a pretty little display shelf and all that other junk. But storage is practically worthless because each of these storages take up 4 spaces and they can only hold 4 things. So you can only fit either... Oh, there's my meal. You wish DoorDash was this effective, don't you? Well, as an example to what happens all the time with the storage is you put down a storage and you only want to store wood. But it only stores 4 stacks of wood, and each stack only goes up to like 30. I have way more than 30 wood.
Victims are coming.
So, yeah, storage is available, but I don't really use it. Except for the treasure chest. I love the idea of the treasure chest. Yeah, ignore the brains through the front. The clearly real fried human brains that we leave just lying on our doorstep. Don't pay attention to those in the slightest. Ah, our monsters have leveled up. And everybody's dead. Yay. So when they level up, they get skill points. You can pump these into their basic ability scores, or their stamina, or their special skills. I tend to focus mostly on the skills. This one in particular, target an enemy, curse your target, multiplying the damage caused by physical hits. Or immobilize target for 6 seconds, duration reduced by 5% for each strength point the target has. I'm just gonna wrap this guy up. Hey! Also, Arthur. Arthur has a level up. He can hypnotize people, which does allow you to fully control an enemy like they were a minion, except they're horrible, so you don't want to do that, really. You can transform them into a bat, but I'm told this one's also glitched, so I'm gonna do it anyway. So, as Terrence is off doing the cooking, Laurie and Arthur are off doing the mining. Marta's off doing mining as well. And good old Arthur is actually trying to fill the quotas for the evening. So, here's your next important lesson. Lighting. So, you go into the Any Room tab, you'll see lamps and candles, skeleton lamps, all these various things. I usually just stick with the skull candle because it's an evilness of 100. But you can really do any combination you see fit, to be honest. Personally, the one that's least expensive is probably the candles. The one that's got the most range is probably the skeleton lamp. But metal's cheap. So you'll want light pretty close to anything you want someone to actually interact with. Like this desk, for instance. and this place where he's gonna be butchering the dead people. Some minions like lights in their bedrooms, and some don't. I'm gonna put this one in here, and this one in here. It also makes the rooms slightly more evil, because how evil your rooms are does affect your minion's mood. Okay, I've got another 100 Evilium. Nothing to do with that right now. So, we need to kick this building up a notch. No one's chopping wood at the moment anyway. Let's switch them all over to building. That'll get things done faster. So we've got all this land. We've got the dead people in the backyard. We've got all this land here. So this is going to be the laboratory. It's going to need electricity. It's going to need a lot of electricity, actually. And we're going to need more metal. I did not see that coming. I should have, but I didn't. Okay, people, let's go. Nap time over. Get to work. Oh, and I should disable the ad campaign. I get the buttons mixed up quite easily. Another merchant on the road. Watch out for the merchant's truck. Oh, it's the weapons / accessory merchant from the first, from the test. So he's got some microchips, a kitchen knife, a hammer, a celebrity's fork, which will increase your kitchen skill, and a peasant hat, which helps you collect plants. Collecting plants is useful, but only if you have it planned out exactly what you're going to do ahead of time. I've got like a crap ton of evil wood lying around. Why don't you buy some of this off me, eh? This is no way gonna come and bite me in the butt afterwards. Too bad I can't sell him that extra potion. Ah, crap. I didn't set anyone to cleaning.
Victims are coming.
Well, this day's gone to crap in more ways than one. Ah, one of them's attacking my minions. This didn't go as planned. Attack! Attack! Did I still get them all? I think I still got them all.